Surely, Vipassana is the technique that the speaker loves most. Vipassana has nothing to do with observing body sensation or observing thought or emotions. Vipassana only has to do with breathing. Many things will happen thanks to the observation of the breath. But one must never identify with what happened to us. The object of meditation is always the same, the breath. We will have many experiences thanks to the observation of the breath that happen on both in our body and our mind. Some will be true and some will not, but it makes no difference. We would always remain observer without any identification. I do not expect that one can observe the breath continuously. Forgetting it is natural. The important thing is that when we notice that we have forgotten it, we return to observe the breath. Sometimes the experience we have will be pleasant, sometimes unpleasant. But both are creation of the mind to distract us. If we decide to be distracted only by pleasant experience, because they make the mind have positive thought, it will not work. We would also be distracted by negative experience, which will produce negative thoughts. The choice doesn't exist. We have to learn not to be distracted by both present and negative experience. We cannot choose. The observation must be without choice. In the same way, we cannot choose to identify ourselves with the mind only when it is in a positive state, and not to identify ourselves when the mind is in a negative state. It doesn't work that way. We need to create a distance between us and the mind, whatever it is happy or not. Creating a distance between us and the mind means learn not to identify with it. It is not easy for contemporary people to meditate for a minimum of 3 hours a day for an unlimited period. In addition to this, the modern lifestyle does not suit Vipassana practice. The smartphone and the computer make the mind so fast that finding some peace is really difficult. The smartphone is addictive and is always with us. People cannot sit even 5 minutes without picking up the phone. How can such a mind meditate? The computer is also addictive, but at last we cannot always carry it with us. Another smartphone problem is that living without it has become practically impossible. We cannot even travel without it. It has become a necessary evil. Technology is another problem, where simple jobs are carried out by technology. Washing the dishes, cleaning the house, sewing, washing the laundry, etc. are mostly carried out by household appliances. Simple jobs are important for a meditator, because it is simple jobs that help a meditator to be aware. A meditator must learn to be aware in every action. Obviously, we have to start with simple action, because they need minimal intervention of the mind to be carried out. This is the reason why a meditator must learn the walking meditation. Walking is the easiest action we can do. So walking conscientiously is the first action we need to learn. Once we are able to be aware of walking, we can try to be aware of more complicated action, such as sewing, cleaning, listening to sound, observing a sunset. The modern lifestyle is so fast that anything we do suffers from it. Relaxing is difficult, awareness is impossible, enjoy of you is a dream, etc. Therefore, with a fast rhythm of life, the Vipassana practice is difficult. So, if we want to meditate, we have to make our life as simple as possible. Eliminate all that is superfluous. Modern life is so complicated and superficial that for a meditator it is unlivable. The idea of abandoning society and becoming a Buddhist or Christian monk also make no difference. The people we meet there are the same. On the surface, the monks may appear different, but if you live with them for a long enough period, we will find that there is no difference. Monks are looking for power, as are people living in society. Another problem is that which modern society is repressed. Many of our natural instincts are repressed. This is why we have so many laws that regulate our behavior. This repression for a meditator is a big problem, because the more repressed a person is, the greater and more powerful his unconscious is. When a person begins to meditate, they realize the state in which their conscious mind and unconscious is. This experience is truly dramatic for most people, who will be afraid and think the meditation is not for them. In other words, they will want to run away from themselves and have nothing more to do with meditation. Living away from nature does not help a meditator. Living in the city, overpopulated, polluted, dirty, it makes breathing shallow, and this is not a good thing. Vipassana is based on the observation of our natural breath. Pollution and our repressed mind makes breathing shallow. This means that we only use the upper part of the lungs only, and this is not a good thing. If to resolve this problem we change the breath voluntarily, it is no longer Vipassana. So we have to make our breath natural, change our lifestyle. In reality, the two things are not disconnected from each other. The moment we change our life, our breathing will also change. This psychological situation corresponds to a different type of breath. Mind and breathing are deeply connected to each other. This could not be different, as demonstrated by neuroscience today and as meditators have always known. In modern life, because of overpopulation, people are forced to live very close to each other, to think and read the same things, to undergo the same conditioning, and to live without any freedom. This is not a natural life. Nutrition is also important, but always because of overpopulation, we are forced to eat unnaturally. With this diet, our bioenergy is affected. A meditator needs a lot of energy. There are many problems that need to be addressed, but what I can tell you is that they can be solved. Each generation has had to overcome problems in order to grow spiritually. But those who really wanted to do it, they did it. I'm not here to tell you how to solve your problem. Only that solving them is possible. The only way is meditation. There is no other. But if you have to find your own way to walk this path, I mainly address people under 30. Don't be afraid of the future. In any case, you have nothing to lose. Living in meaningless society, no matter how much money you have, becoming a slave to society is not living. Living in society to change it also does not make sense. First, transform yourself. When this transformation comes, you can decide whatever is worth returning to the world and try to change it. Thank you for listening.